Hey boys and girls, the Junkman here with another detailing related video. And this time I am in Boise, Idaho, along with Levi Gates from Hawks Detailing. Hey, thanks for inviting me out.
You're welcome.
We're going to give you detailing information from two different perspectives. That would be the weekend warrior and the professional detailer. We have two different ways in some cases of doing things. And that's why we're going to give this information to you so that you can see what it would take. A lot of guys want to do what I do, the way I do it, but in a detailing environment where you're actually doing it for money, it might not be very cost effective and it definitely ain't time effective. So we're going to get two different perspectives on how we do things. One of the things we're going to talk about in this video is the products we use. And I'm going to jump to Levi and let him talk about that.
Well, AJ, we use my shop, we do every type of car. We do the dealer work, the wholesale work. We do the family minivan that comes in just to get the interior done or just to get a light polish on the outside. And then we also do show cars where the customers are coming in for a full paint correction and coating, where we'll have 30 hours into that vehicle. We'll have 4 hours into a minivan, and we may only have an hour and a half to 2 hours on a dealership car. Just needs to get cleaned up and enough to sell or go to auction. So we've got a whole stretch of time that we need to spend on each car. And I can't work with certain products if I can't make them fit into that time frame.
Well, now one of the things that you have the luxury of doing that I just choose not to is products like glazes. A glaze is a nice product if you need to make a car look good, but you're really not cutting clear coat off the paint. So that's, with me, I'm anal about fixing the damage. So I'm going to be shaving clear coat. But you'll have customers who are not going to shell out the dollars to get a full paint correction done. So a product like a glaze or an all-in-one even would be to your advantage to use.
Yeah, we don't use as many glazes, primarily because one of our goals is to elevate that make sure that even if you're paying for a one-step polish, we're going to give you the best level of correction we can give you in that. So we will use an all-in-one so that we fix the damage in the vehicle to the best of our ability at that price point, and then add the protection on top. Where there are some shops that like to just cover it, shine it, and make it out the door. They run through the first car wash, and all of that comes off, and you get the damage back.
I see now a lot of folks don't understand that about a glaze. You're just covering putting lipstick on a pig, as I call it. So, when it depends on what you're paying. You get what you pay for. So I tell folks, don't come in expecting no $50 job. You know, the time is worth money. So
a good detail isn't cheap, and a cheap detail isn't good.
There you go. Hey, in a can, you can surmise it that way. Any other type of products that you use, say maybe that you would use that a weekend warrior wouldn't need?
Some of the heavier cutting compounds, if you're just working on your car at home, you only need to maintain it. Once you've already done the first level of correction, you can't keep correcting the clear coat because you don't have that much.
It ain't infinite and it doesn't grow back.
So some of the heavier cutting compounds aren't necessary for someone that's only taking care of their own set of cars that they have, their 1, 2, 3 cars. Whereas I get that gamut. Well, I need to have different cuts, different levels, just depending on what the job is.
What about equipment-wise? Say power washers.
I have a huge pressure washer. It's a Landa, and we use it to get engines clean, get fender wells and tires and wheels, and get the car, get all the grime and the dirt, everything that is going to accumulate, and that's one of my first steps.
Now, do you see a weekend warrior needing something like that?
Not the level of pressure washer that I have. Mine's about the size of this Cobra, but it's diesel powered and a big burner and runs 1800 psi and 140 degree water, and it goes pretty good.
Now, my thing is, because I don't use a pressure washer. I wash my car in my garage. I have a 3-inch drain. And my thing is, no matter how much pressure you use,
yes,
you are not going to completely remove the dirt. So unless you are washing a monster truck because you go mudding every weekend, pressure washer is totally unnecessary.
It's overkill in most cases.
Yeah, so I use a garden hose, and I know that I'm going to have to touch that paint to get that dirt off of it.
Yep.
And so that's all I need. That's all I tell weekend warriors they need. But like you said, in the business, you might run across like a dirty engine.
Yeah, yep. And you know, I've got guys here in my that are employees of mine, where we take care of our cars at home. Sometimes they like on a Friday afternoon to pull the car into the shop, turn on the pressure washer, get the fender wells clean, get the stuff that they didn't need. I'm guilty of that too. I like doing that every once in a while. But 90% of the time, I wash my car at home with a bucket and O&R. And if I need to knock the dust off, I'll bring out the garden hose.
Okay.
But for keeping it at home and using it at home, I don't need a pressure washer at home.
There you heard it, folks. All you weekend warriors out there, from a professional standpoint and view, as well as a weekend warrior, I feel exactly the same way. So for a lot of those out there who are asking about equipment, pressure washer is one of the main ones that I see. And now you have heard two different angles at how we view the use of something like a pressure washer. So anything else you want to add to that?
Well, we use a steamer. We use a full extractor. But again, that's for everything that we need to keep the business running.
Right, the business, being the key word, business.
Right, and what I tell customers is you come in, you get a full detail or an interior detail or one of, something, just get the interior cleaned. It's just like your paint. Once you get that correction, we basically reset the car back to zero, as I like to say. And you can maintain it. So you don't need a carpet shampooer or a hot water extractor or a steamer at home to always keep your carpets clean. As long as you're just using a shop vac or something similar like that, you can keep up on it. And you can use the right products and the right chemicals to try and keep that carpet clean and do touch-ups, and maybe once a year you come in and get it detailed by me.
There you go, folks. You have heard it straight from a professional detailer as well as a weekend warrior like myself. So stay tuned, because Levi and I will be coming back with some more videos from the weekend warrior and the professional detailer perspective. This is the Junkman and Levi shining out. If you really liked this series and you want to see more, you need to voice your opinion. Write it in the comments section. Give the Rag Company a call. Give Levi a call here at Hawks Detail.
Or email me at levi@theragcompany.com.
There you go. And again, let us know if this is something you want to see again.